What up everyone, Fallout here. For as long as I can remember, I've seen comments here and there on YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter asking if Rangefinder on shotguns actually does anything if that shotgun is already at the range cap. It does. Let me show you. As Bungie mentioned in one of their weapon tuning updates, Rangefinder affects two things: target acquisition falloff and zoom multiplier. They went on to say that zoom itself is a large component of damage falloff. So, with that in mind, I did a damage falloff test with two identical max range, max impact matadors, one with Rangefinder and one without. As you can see from the results, there's a difference in how far away you can stand from your enemy while still hitting some of your pellets for their maximum amount of damage. Reminder, this isn't one-hit kill range, this is damage falloff range. Having extra damage falloff range can be helpful in those situations where you're engaging an enemy who has already taken some damage and you're trying to finish them off with one shot from good range. And since Rangefinder affects target acquisition falloff, it can also be useful for helping you actually land your shotgun shots from range to begin with. Now, those benefits might not be super huge, but they can help you out relatively often in the neutral game, which makes Rangefinder a nice perk to have on your shotgun. If all that isn't floating your boat though, that's okay, and if you're thinking to yourself, maybe I want another perk on my shotgun instead of Rangefinder, let's quickly take a look at your other choices. Right now, I'm going to look at other perk choices only on the Matador, because that is absolutely hands down the best shotgun in the current PvP meta, and if you disagree, you are a crazy person. In the final column where you can get Rangefinder, there are only three other choices on the Matador, which are close and or personal, crowd control, and final round. Starting with close and or personal, which makes your melee 25% stronger after getting any damage with your shotgun. Now at first, you might think this can help you get shotgun melee kills, but the thing about high impact shotguns is that you don't need the extra 25% melee damage to get the job done. Even landing a decent amount of damage with your shotgun, followed by a melee, is going to put down anyone, despite this perk being active or not. Really, the only advantage that close and or personal has is that the extra 25% melee strength can potentially help you kill enemies using their roaming supers, and if that sounds good to you, roll with it. But keep in mind, opportunities like that might not come up in every game very often at all. Next, let's talk about final round, which makes the last shot in your chamber do extra damage. Now, this can sometimes be really awesome because that extra damage can do wonders for your one-hit kill range, even against high armor enemies. The only problem is that you have to get down to your final round in the mag to actually take advantage of it, and if you happen to miss with that shot while in combat, then you're basically up creek without a paddle. If you fancy yourself a big risk taker, then you can take advantage of final round by continuously only loading one shot back into your gun and doing that over and over. But again, it's really easy to mess that up, and I don't recommend it. Finally, we come to crowd control, which gives you a 15% boost to your gun's damage after getting a kill. Now, when this works, it's really nice, but unfortunately, this perk only activates for a grand total of 3 seconds, meaning that it's very situational and will only come into play rarely. Maybe a bit more often if you play sixes or even rumble, but the really small window of time is kind of a big letdown. At the end of the day, considering the perks you can actually get on your Matador, Rangefinder kind of wins by default, but if I did have to recommend another perk that isn't Rangefinder, it would probably be crowd control. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to check the video description for links to other stuff, including Twitch, Twitter, Discord chat, and more. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.